Welcome. We are going to do some acrylic pours today, and we're going to experiment a little bit. We're going to try the pour medium recipe. I altered it. It started out with 100 milliliters of Liquitex pouring medium, 200 milliliters of the matte Mod Podge, 150 of the Floetrol, and 150 of water. It was too thin, so I did add 2 bottles of Elmer's glue, but I don't know exactly how much it was, and I am going to use it with a heavy body paint, which is not what I used it with last time. I just used it with the craft paint and fluid acrylics, which I think were too thin. So, and I also want to try out the concept of looking at the opacity of the paints. So I have a palette that has a phthalo blue that's semi, a Titan or unbleached Titan buff, titanium that's opaque, Naples yellow, which is semi, raw sienna, which is opaque, a metallic turquoise, which is semi, and a hooker's green, which is opaque. And I thought we could try that as a palette with the pour medium. The other thing that I was going to try, and I don't have a color palette picked out, I thought we could do the 3-bind challenge with the color wheel. And on those, I'm just going to use pouring medium, and I'm going to use the Deco Arts fluid acrylics. And also in one of those with the pouring medium, just the pouring medium, I'm going to use a little bit of these misting sprays and see how that works. They're fairly fluid, but I think if they're just added to this, they might be the right consistency. We'll see. And I have several colors of those. But let's start out with a 6x6 canvas. And we'll start out with the pouring medium and the paints that I have over here. So we got 1, 2, 3, and I do have white. But I don't think I'm going to use white in this one because I have the unbleached titanium. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors to start with. The other thing I thought I'd do is use a black in one of them today, which I haven't done. And I have heavy-duty CRC silicone that I'm going to use. And I have GAC 800 that I'm going to put in to prevent crazing. And I'm just going to put a small amount in each cup of that so I don't forget. And I don't think I'll put the silicone in each of them. Hi, Carol. Hi, Dot. Okay. And I'm sure this kind of thickened up sitting here. For the last week or so. And like I said, I did add the Elmer's glue to it. All right. I'm going to keep them in an order. A lot of these are the paints that Shauna sent me. hope this one's okay. Yeah, it is. I'm not sure about this Hooker's green either. I'll just have to mix that one well. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of those tubes. I hate when they won't shut. There it goes. Alright. And we'll decide if we need to add water. But I'm going to be careful about the water because too thick, too thin has been my problem. Okay. I probably need a little water. Definitely will need some water. Pretty colors though. Hi, Eileen. My goal with the mixture was to try to reduce the guesswork. I was hoping, but again, you're not going to use the same kind of paints every time. Okay, so it's green, turquoise, raw sienna. This Naples yellow, so pretty. And there's no silicone in these yet. I'm just trying to mix the pouring medium with the paint. See, it's almost there. With this paint, it probably could have used it a little bit when it was thinner, would have been fine. And most of the time, this was Anne Marie's recipe that I had seen. And that she had used. And she does use, she didn't use it with the craft paint, so I can definitely see why it was too thin with the fluid acrylics. This is pretty too. Okay, so I'm not going to put much water. I'm just going to put a little squirt of water in each of them. And go slow with the water, because I don't want them too thin. I almost think I have it there. doesn't just pour off. That, I think, is right. I'm going to keep them a little on the thicker side than what I tend to think. Just a little bit more. Just two more paints. This one and one other. Oh, that was really close. Ending up with all that in my lap. Okay. I don't know if I have enough paint. I'm super tempted to do a white on the canvas. And then do the, so that a lot of the white will flow off. I think I'm going to do that real quick. Let's see if I can get the white open. Alright. So, Let's start with the glue. And these are opaque and then semi-opaque in order. They're definitely thicker than what I've done. So, you know. And then I'm going to come back with a second go round. Use most of the paint. Leave it just a little bit if I need to do like a touch-up somewhere. Oh! You know what I didn't put in anything? The blasted silicone. Well, we're going to give it some squirts here. Right here, and we'll just give it one little stir. Okay, and then we'll give it one little stir. And we'll put silicone in the white. I think what we'll do is we'll do a flip cup. And I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to take, these are coasters. I was telling shells before most of you got here, I ordered some like chipboard coasters because I'm seriously thinking about letting some of the drip off when I'm holding it. Maybe just two. And they're gessoed. Okay, we'll try it this way. All right, and then I'm going to take some of the white and pour it around the cup. We'll wait a few minutes. Sort of off the sides so it'll flow to the edge. I don't care if it goes off right now. Make sure I'm under the camera. Okay, we'll save that white. Okay, I am getting some cells. I probably would have got a lot more cells if I sprayed the silicone in. The colors are super pretty. It's still kind of thin. Only the very, very edges of the corners aren't covered. Let me get a baby wipe and wipe my hands. Okay, I'm going to grab a little right here, cover that corner. Let's torch it real quick. I don't know if we'll get any cells. I'm getting a few. Trying to get the sides with the torch a little bit. All right. Turn that off. All right, let's take that, because I'm actually pretty happy with that. Look at the inside of that cup. It looks like a peacock feathers. Okay, let's try not to shift that too much. Okay, I'm going to transfer this over here. See if there's any places on this side. There's this one place over here on this side that needs, just had a white. Too much white. And just a little bit right here. And then I'm going to deal with those in just a second. Okay, so there's the first one, and I actually think it came out pretty good. I think if I'd add the silicone, worried about too many different things. Okay, let's see what we can do with these. First of all, I'm going to put some white on the edges that are visible. And I'm going to pick them up one at a time and try to tilt. It was stuck. They are bending a little. Okay. I'm going to scrape off the bottom just a little bit. I'm going to paint the bottoms of them. Probably black, I'm thinking, or white. I mean, I don't know. Just them again. Put a piece of paper on the back of them. Okay, let's put this. I have a tray I'm going to lay it in. they were sticking to the skin underneath them. Oh. Right, and on this one, I think I want to get some of this. Color. I like that turquoise underneath there. Just trying to get the extra paint that's under them. Okay, let's put those two in the tray. Get my hands a little cleaner, and let's take another one and let's try to dip it's more marbleized, but it's very pretty. Put that in the tray. And I'm going to try to dip the other one right here. Put that one in the tray. All right, let's move this tray here. And I'll let that dry and see if I can do something with it as a skin. Because I really do like those colors. Let's see. There's a little bit left in this cup. I don't think those need anything. Try pouring. It's in this cup. And then maybe pouring the white. Use that white again. And maybe do a swipe. Okay. You think you're putting pressure evenly on this, and you really don't. Alright, we're going to keep the white cup. Let's try a little torch. and see what happens to any of this. Now I can see the silicone on some cells on this one. Okay. And there's a little bit right here. They're pretty backgrounds. But I'm not sure that's what I would do again. With the coasters. But they are pretty. There is some cells. They might even get more cells as they sit here. Okay, let's put this down to dry. Alright, and I think I'm going to get rid of this wax paper. Well, actually, we're going to try something real quick. I got one more coaster. We'll take this white cup, doesn't have much in it, and we'll take what's left of these colors. I just have one coaster left that's gessoed. You definitely need to gesso those, I think, and they're gessoed on the front and the back. We'll get whatever's left of this paint. Because I really do like those colors. Okay. Blue. We'll get rid of those cups. Need another trash can. We'll get rid of these sticks. And I am going to let that paint just sit there for a minute in that cup. Because one of my thoughts, get rid of that to the side. Oh, poor laptop. One of my things was I wanted to do a pour with music paper. Strong. the thought is do the pour and then maybe put a girl on it. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is grab some matte paper just to get some of the edges at the top. Gel medium. No, not to my knowledge, Tara. Other than pour over it. If Patty makes a stencil that has cells, okay. This is just because I want to get, it's going to be a partial pour. It's not going to be a complete pour. I just know that I want the title of the song in the pour. Okay, I'm not going to cut this away. I'm just cutting, I covered the sides, so I'm just kind of covering the corner. Alright. I'm not going to worry too much about the push pins. I can get those out. Alright, so that gives us that paper, and we can put this song at the top. And then maybe tear it. I think I'll go ahead and put this at the bottom. Even though most of this will probably get covered in the pour, I'm thinking. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just cutting down an angle to the corner and then kind of straight across. I just fold up this one part. And then I can glue up the sides. hit that. Now we can put some glue on the song. At the top, I'm not going to worry about the bottom right now. Just going to go to the top middle. Really all I want that title. And I may even want a more torn. Tear it up. And I'm going to stick a piece of matte paper in here just so that the side though it should get covered in the floor paint. And then this is bigger, so I'm going to use a piece of the music paper. Just tuck some underneath. And roll that up, over. Need glue down here. We're going to need glue on the top here. Just a second. Because we don't want that paper to be porous. Main thing is I want the title to show. And I'm going to take a gift card and kind of squeegee. If I have wrinkles, I want to go with it. I'm going to spray just a little bit of water. Put a good coat of glue so that I know there's polymer because it's polymer basically. PVA. Alright, glue brush, put the glue away. Why it won't. Hi, Lori. Alright, let me dry this real quick. And I want to get some white ready. case I decide to do like a swipe or I need more paint. That was good. A little pour medium in there. Put some water. Give this another shot of silicone. Okay, let's give this a little stir. Let's flip, let that paint run out a little bit. I think I'm going to put white down here. And I need a tray. Okay, I'm going to use the palette knife to get some of this out, the extra. Get rid of some of that white that I have there. Don't mind a little of it. Alright, let's see if we can get any cells to come up. Getting a few, but not really very many. Alright, let's turn that off. To get one corner right here on the side. Right here. Just get some of that extra paint off the bottom that's gathered. And I think I want to shift it, if I can, just a little. I don't think so. I think it kind of looks like the beach. And my thought is to later on put a girl on it, one of my vintage girls, or a couple. Right, let me go set this down. I don't think I want to do the other 8x12 today. I think I want to mess with more the the 6x6. Let me put that down. One, two, three, four. Let me clean up a few things here. I'll try to get my hands clean just a little bit. I had a rag, but I think Miss Tay-Tay carried it out. I have, and I need to put a coat on them. I tried peeling them as they were, Eileen, and they're really sticking to that acetate. So I haven't messed with them. Okay. All right, so 2, 3, 4. All right, so let's give this a spin. Okay, Tara. And I'm going to go with one of the 4-way. All right, we'll use the green 4-way, which means we're going to pick a red, an orange, a blue, and a green. So we need to pick something in the red. Quinacridone red. Don't have as many choices in Camden orange. Yellow, green, light. And I need a blue, right? Primary cayenne. All right. So this is our blind color challenge. Yeah, I'm going to try, actually I'm going to try what I used before, which was old scrapbooking page plastic. Page protectors. In fact, let me get one out. This is what I used before. Just a page protector. We can do this pour on the page protector if you want, and then we'll swipe it with some of our white. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to use Liquitex pouring medium. We're going to use white in this too, unless we use black. just leery of the black. Let's do a black to swipe with. Now for the black, I want some of this other pouring medium. And this is lamp black, which is probably not opaque. Okay. Okay, so we have white and black ready. All right, let's put a little of the GAC 800. In that also. May need more pouring medium, I think. Because this is going to be basically my paint. I'm going to use that white though. Okay. There's the cayenne blue. Cyan, I'll probably say that wrong. Alright, that should be good, just no water. And this is quinacridone red. This is the yellow-green light. And this is the Camden orange light. I just not want to. That might have gone bad. That's going to be too chunky, y'all. We are going to switch oranges. Because that one needs to be high roll orange. I don't think I have any other oranges. Right. I want a little bit of this. Let's see. Get a little bit. I may regret that, but that one's kind of almost too thick. Okay. Before I forget, silicone in each. I already put silicone in the black. Just a little stir, not much of a stir. I really want to add turquoise to this, but I won't. Should be considered a neutral. It's my neutral. Alright, so let's put white on the bottom. Then orange. Then let's do some more of the white. The red or pinky color that it is. The blue. And finally, the green. I'm not even going to give this a stir, and I'm going to tell you it feels really thin. I don't think I want to do this over that plastic because this feels really thin in the cup. If we don't like it, we'll make a swipe. Well, let's move in super fast over the sides because it is thin. Thin and ugly is what I would call it. Okay. Let's torch it. I am getting cells or drips, but I'm also getting kind of hits on the canvas. So to me, this is a fail. It's really thin on the sides, and it's doing what it's pitting straight down to the canvas without any paint. So I would not use straight pouring medium and the fluid acrylic, these right here. I think it's just too thin, not enough substance. Okay, so we can play a little. It's not on the sides at all. It also went super muddy. And that's probably because they're probably all, they might all be transparent. I'm just touching up the sides where there's absolutely no paint. Because I'm thinking the black and a swipe might be a possibility. Get rid of that. this paint that was left over together. I'm wondering, we're going to do a swipe. Let's put some color, just some areas of color on there. Either that or I'm going to scrape it off and re-pour. So I'm not really too worried about it. I'm just trying to get something bright. And this was totally an experiment. A little green in there. I just want to get it bright before I put the black on and swipe it. Now the black is not a fluid acrylic. Okay. It's so thin. Do y'all see how the canvas just went white? It's too thin. We're going to call it a big time fail, and we're going to just scrape it off. Roll it off. Okay. It's definitely trying to make cells. I'm just going to kind of expedite that a little bit with the baby wipe. Just to try to get the silicone off of it. Get it pretty much back to a white canvas. And then I'll let that dry and I'll clean it really good to make sure that there's nothing on it. So I would say that's a definite no. And you can see how muddy the colors got, even though they were vibrant to begin with. Alright, we'll let that dry somewhere and get rid of that mess. Alright, I have one more canvas. Get rid of those cups. Alright, we'll use what pouring medium I have that's made. That's left, and then this will be it. Get one more cup. Let's see, we know we want white in one. So put white in that one. Put a stick so I know that it's got white in it. And let's go ahead and put the okay. We're going to use this metallic cobalt blue because, like I said, that's just too yummy. Let's go with the Naples yellow again. I really liked it. And let's try a burnt sienna. And then we're going to go a little crazy. We're going to put some of this mister stuff that's clogged. Probably won't have to put any white in there. And we're going to put some phthalo green, which is metallic. All right. This one's probably going to be too thin, so I really don't think I can use those spray misters. But it is green. It's not as limey as I wanted. I think it'll be okay. Like I said, I don't think I'm not gonna add any water to that. And then Naples yellow. This may be one of my favorite colors that Shauna sent. And we'll throw a little black in this one. And I'm going to do that so I don't forget. Because I get busy doing the paints and then I forget to add the silicone. This is probably going to be too much paint for this canvas, so I might use the 8x10. This paint's up. Okay. I think what I've decided is when I make the next batch of the pouring medium, I'm going to put less water in it. And then I can add water as needed, whether depending the type of paint that I'm using. And after we're done with this one, we'll look at I'll get the others up so you can kind of see how they are looking now. Okay. But I did like mixing it up ahead of time. Yeah, but it wasn't going to dry dot. The other one that was too thin, it was going to continue to roll off. And there were too many places where it was straight to the canvas. The paint was just way too thin. Okay. Okay, so let's add silicone. Give each one just a little stir. Oh, careful. Alright, there's the cup. Let's do 2 cups. Save some of the white. Let's do a double cup flip. Okay, so I'm going to just put a little bit of white. I'm going to save that. Alright, I'm going to put turquoise in that one. I'm going to put the raw sienna. And then this Naples yellow. And some of our green. Okay. I'm just going to put a touch of black. But not much. Seen people do it lots of different ways. Let's take a piece of acetate. We have that right handy. Okay. Flip that. And then pull the acetate out. That was a mess. Alright, then I'm going to pour white around the cups. And I'm going to go ahead and add some of this turquoise. And some of that Naples yellow. Most of that will probably go off. Okay. Let that dry. I'm looking for a tray. Okay. Basic same colors. Let's see what comes out of those cups. There's a brown up there I don't care for. Okay. Dripping off the table. Dripping off on my brace. Okay. Too much in my hands. Let's put that on there right now. Wipe off my hands. I forgot to take my rings off. Okay, let's try to Okay. Well, let's see if we get anything here. Doubt it. Yeah. Probably the best one of the day. So, pour medium recipe I used, less water, then you can use it with the heavy body paints. Pretty good. Okay, I'm going to take our last coaster and dip it in some of that. And I'm just going to put it with the other coasters. And I'm going to try to torch it. I'm getting some cells in it. Turn that off. Okay, so there's the coasters from earlier. And I think that they're going to dry okay. I might need to stick them up on a rack. I have like a little drying rack. I'm thinking if I stick them up on this, because one is kind of damaged. It's sticking to the tray. That's going to be an issue with those. We're moving them so they don't stick to that. Or use some acetate to lay them on that can peel off. Okay, I have enough room. I'm going to move this before I drip something on it, ruin it. Maybe too thick of paint on the coasters in some places too. Too wet. I'm going to let those dry. See these circles where the cups were? Let's try a little bit of color on here. It's just the leftover paint on the plastic. Definitely gonna let that one dry. Don't know if it will come off of there, but Some green. Which way I'm going to swipe this, but my thought is take some of this black I'll just do a swipe on this plastic. Like I said, those I want to leave dry just the way they are. Let's try. Not really a color I would use, but it is getting cells. Hey, CB. Let's see what these do. Okay. Get rid of the cups. My room is a painty mess. All right. I'll be right back. Let me go wash my hands real quick. All right. That way at least I can touch stuff without contaminating it. And I don't know what to do with this. And I will tell you, it's finally, my brace is painty now. So it's wet, but I'll put it back on later. All right, put that in there. All right, so we've got this skin that we're going to let dry. This was the first pour, and it was Titan Buff, Naples Yellow, Metallic Phthalo Blue, Phthalo Green, and Raw Sienna. And it turned out real pretty, and it does have some good cells. And this was the Artist Loft with my pouring medium, and again, it was too thin, so I added 2 bottles of glue, Elmer's glue. So next time I'm definitely going to adjust the water amount, because that could be adjusted for the different kinds of paint. So that was the first pour. Then let me get, I think I want to put these are a problem. I did the coasters with some of the leftover paint. We just kind of dipped them. But they want to stick. And then when you go to take them off, if they're damp, they want to tear. So I think I can probably deal with them better on the plastic. That one's kind of boogered. And these are just chipboard coasters that we did, that I gessoed. Hard to get 6 of them anywhere. And then I have one that's over here on the acetate. But setting them on something to dry may be the problem, and then getting them to come off without tearing. So we'll try that plastic. And some of them are pretty, and some of them are not. Then we did a canvas. Let me move this. It's flat, so it can dry. And let me attempt to move these. No, no, no. Trying to get their weight supported before I go off the table. Alright, managed to move those without dropping. Then I did this one where I covered a canvas in paper, and then we did a partial pour. And I think I like this one. It doesn't have a lot of cells in it, but it's got some pretty ribbons. It does have a few places on it where my hands were dirty, but by the time I got done doing the other stuff, I'm not really too worried about that. Okay, put that back. Then we tried Liquitex pouring medium with the Deco Art fluid acrylics, and it was way too thin. Big no. Maybe this with heavy body paints by itself would be okay. That we ended up scraping and are cleaning off, and we'll pour on it again. So that was a big time fail, even though Dot liked the colors. Hi, Ange. And then our last pour was the one that came out, because the first pour I forgot to spray the silicone, and so I just sprayed it into my flip cup at the end. Just paint on the end of this tray. And this was the last one, and this was the Naples Yellow, Raw Sienna, a phthalo blue, a phthalo green with a little bit of the Deco spray paints, which again are too thin, but I didn't add any water, so it was okay. And a touch of black, which I didn't like. To be honest, that's probably what got mostly poured off. And then we put white and the teal and the butterscotch around the cups. We did 2 cups. And this is the first one that I've gotten good cell action, and that's the best. And I kind of like when you pour around the other cups, because you get that, I don't know, I like that bit in the middle that you can get with the ribbons. It was almost the same colors. The brown was different. It had a touch of black. And it had green where the other one didn't have the green. The first one had a hooker's green. The second one had the phthalo green with a little bit of this mixed in it. But I think I will use this with the acrylics that Shauna sent me. But I think I'll use it like, and then do the water, like just to adjust the colors, and because it's clogged, it's not working for anything else. But the main thing is I got to remember to spray the silicone in them, and all of them I use the CRC. But this is the only one I did step by step correctly. So a lot of it was experimenting today. The other thing I think I need to do, well, I need a sink in my art room. That's what I really need. But I think like a little thing of water to put the cups in, because I went through half a package of cups. Not dull, it just darkened it. It's right over here, Dot. It's darker than I like. And that wasn't an opaque black. It just made a darker green. I really like the Naples Yellow and the Titan Buff in the pours. I like the raw sienna. Some people don't like those little pops of the rust. Yeah, it mixed in here, right in it. It got poured mostly off where it mixed. You don't see the black much. I didn't put a lot of black. It just pops here and there. I can see it. Yeah, it's CRC, heavy duty silicone. There's other things that you can buy. The dimethicone, I think, is a good one to start with. I don't have any yet. I think that's what I want to do the next time I do pours, is try the dimethicone. Let me stop the recording.